Hey everyone, welcome. Fun video for you today. It's a bit of a crafting video, a bit of a slower motion video, only because it is such a busy time of year that I can't even think to start any bigger projects. So this is where we're at. So today's video, I am making 2 hostess gifts as well as a friend's gift. Mark will be here later on in the video to help me paint a few little ornaments that we're going to be attaching to gifts that we're giving this year. And those little ornaments we got for free at a yard sale in Lake Placid. So like, how fun is that? Let's move on. You guys get cozy. I know it's a busy time of year, so we appreciate you coming by and watching the video. So let's do this. Woo! So now this first craft is a candle making craft. Now there are 3 different candles that I'm going to make, all basically the same wax. This first candle, I got these 2 bowls from the dollar store and I'm just using my trusty E6000 glue to glue them together, kind of on top of each other, so the butts are together. And I am going to make a candle out of this as a hostess gift. Now the other 2 candles I'll explain to you as I get there, but for now let's just continue on with this candle. So once you get a good sized glob of glue on here, you just put them together and let them sit overnight. I didn't necessarily worry about anything weighing it down. This bowl is pretty heavy, so let's move on. So I have a stash of these candle wicks, and all I've done here, I jumped ahead off camera, sorry, is just hot glued a couple of wicks to the bottom of each base of the candle that I'm going to pour the wax into. What I'm doing next is just covering up the wicks with some tin foil and then bringing it outside to spray paint at a flat white paint. It's going to act like a primer. For the next step, I'm going to paint it a different color once that flat primer is dry. And I of course have one of my little shadows watching me at all times. Not sure which one this is, but he's a-watching.
Okay, it's too cold, excuse me sir.
It just will not go to sleep. Mind you, to be fair, this will give me a really good base for the baking soda and the paint that I'm about to paint on here. Now I'm just going to use a combination of these 3 colors. There's like a warm white, white, and a burnt umber. Burnt umber is like a, if you don't already know, it's like a brown, but like a warm brown. It's quite nice. So I'm going to mix the 3 together. I'll be working with all 3 anyways. I don't know about mixing them together. This Mambo Jumbo baking soda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little container together and mix up some of the baking soda, probably just on its own, and the 3 little bits of these paints. So the reason why I'm adding the baking soda to the paint is it gives it some visual texture and actual texture, you can actually feel it, to the paint when it's done. And now I will spray a clear coat on this after it's completely dry, and I'm going to do at least 2 coats of the baking soda and paint mixture on this vessel, so stay tuned for that. Okay, literally I have 2 of these, maybe 3, stashed up in my cupboard, and I just found them and I'm very excited because I'm going to mix the paint on that. How festive. Oh, pays to be a hoarder. Except honestly, I didn't know I even had it. Anywho. You guys, this paint is so old. There's a few little chunkies in the paint, which you don't want. You do want the texture of the baking soda, but you don't want any chunky paint in there because it gathers all of the baking soda if you leave the chunks in there. So I'm actually going to use, and I should have done it to begin with, a bigger brush. It's called a chip brush. It's got a bit of a different textured bristle. It's going to give me the lines as well. So that'll look quite nice when you actually see it dry and put a spray of a clear coat on. So this is the second coat with a chip brush, and it's going to be much easier and much more of a flow around the vessel, if that makes any sense. You'll see the lines going around it. So while this is drying, I'm going to move on to the other 2 candles that I had told you about. Now the other 2 candles are a hostess gift and a friend gift. So let's get into those. So these next two vessels are ready to go. I've given them a good clean and I've stuck the wick down to the bottom of the vessel, and I am ready to get some wax in these babies. So I'm using the double boiler method. I am literally putting water in the bottom of the pot, putting the little vessel inside the water and putting the soy wax inside. Now usually I use like a mason jar. I just happen to find this other one, and I think it's going to be a little bit easier to use because it has a wider mouth to it, so it's easier to stir and pour out of. And once that's melted, I am just going to pour it right into the vessels that I have all prepped and ready to go. I have stuck down all of the wicks to the bottom of the vessels that I'm using. The one little vessel I've had in my stash forever, and the little crock that I'm using, actually it's not so little, it's definitely a pound of butter size crock. I have also stuck the wicks down with some hot glue, and I'm keeping them up with these little spears, these little, I don't even know what they are, metal spears that I had in my stash, just to hold the wicks upright when the candle is drying, the wax is drying. And this little butter crock, I'm giving it to one of my best friends. Her and I were out and about thrifting one day, and she says I push her out of the way when I find something good. I didn't. I was ahead of her and she didn't see it, so she was annoyed. But I had fully intended on making a candle out of this little crock. I'm assuming it must have had a lid at one point to keep the butter clean. I'm assuming. Regardless, it was, I think, 50 cents or $1. Like, it was dirt cheap, and I just thought it was such a cute little addition to someone's kitchen. You know, put it on the stove and light it. There is no scent to this candle. I'm just gonna keep it clean, and so it's not mixing in with a bunch of scents, and some people don't like heavy scents. So this particular candle and the little small one that you're seeing here, I'm not using any oils or anything in it. But the next candle, you'll see I am definitely using some smelly wax, because the person I'm giving it to loves a good smelly candle. So remember at the beginning of the video, I had said that we got some ornaments for free. Handmade little ornaments at a yard sale when we went to Lake Placid. Did I mention that we went to a yard sale this morning, bright and early? There was so much stuff, and the majority of it was free. It was free. You guys, wait till you see the haul.
Yeah.
They had a whole section that was free. All of these boxes. I got all of these cute little wood cutouts that somebody has so painstakingly made, put the little hanger on it, and stained them or varathaned them, whatever they did. I can tell that they're very old, but they are adorable. And Mark is going to help me actually do this cute little craft. We're sitting tonight and we're just painting and chilling, listening to music, having a little coffee and cake, Kaffeekuchen. So it should be fun. Kind of one of those cozy nights, and I appreciate his help because these were a lot of work, but they are stinking adorable. Wait till you see. I turned to my stash to see if any embellishments would be suitable for these little gingerbread people and snow people. So let's see what we come up with, and we'll see what you think of them. That's not cheating, Mark. That's inspiration. When you copy it, that's fine too. I'm going to move this out your way for now, okay?
Okay.
clothes are.
Can't talk, Tracy. Oh, that's pretty cute. I see, maybe screwed up.
Yeah, blame me, sure.
Oh no! What's happening?
That's okay, you're gonna paint it anyways, right? Top drawer, there's a white rubber. Okay, I'm gonna say it once and I'll probably say it about 20 times, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
This paint is great. Wonderful. No, like it's so pigmented, it's insane. It's so good. Have a wee beret. And you can even paint that the same color as the beret.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
The beret.
I'm ready.
Alright, so there's some more detailed brushes. There's more brushes in this bin right here. Oh, I didn't know you were using green. You have to go look in the cupboard.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I have to go and get, so I need...
You're gonna like my organizational skills.
Nude, you know. So you've got brown, I could use a brown there. Got gray.
No thank you. No thanks, bud.
Yeah, let me help. Come here.
Oh, I feel bad.
Oh, it's okay. You're fine. You're fine.
Black and green. There's a couple of different greens in there. There are actually quite a few different greens. You're gonna be a little surprised, I think.
Dial.
Straight ahead.
Dial, some help
Up higher. And right in front of your eyeballs.
You've already painted all three of yours.
I don't fool around. I didn't do the
Holy
other side.
moly.
They're drying. I had to plan their outfits is why.
You can do, you want two more? Might as well paint
Sure.
these while you're doing it.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, sorry. What am I doing?
That's alright.
Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now, you dear old man, whisper what you bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep.
Look at how pretty that Santa is. Or that snowy is. Isn't that neat?
That's very nice. Yeah, the green is really pretty on it.
Yeah. But these are all stained, huh? Like they've stained them.
Wow.
Mine will be the shortest one. You'll be sure to know. Johnny wants a pair of skates. Susie wants a sled. Nellie wants a storybook, one she hasn't read.
Because I want it to lock, so I don't have to hold it in place. Like that. And then I can just do this with them.
Oh, wow.